Mario's throwing dead ass in a circle.
Look at him dance.
Look at that.
Look at him dance.
So good.
Twerk it, Mario.
So, wanted to ask, what is the like most exotic place you have visited? Nebraska does not count as exotic.
Hey, I've probably traveled more of the world than anyone else you know. And that includes Nebraska. Exotic place? That's a tricky word to use.
I know, I was trying to find a better one. What's the most interesting place you visited?
The most interesting place?
Look at these dudes.
I would say, England, the Lake District. That is a very nice place. So, it's like...
Well,
it's in England. It's like the northeast section. It's very, very mountainous for England.
really?
Area, yeah. And it's got these really interesting features where, like, you've got these big hill mountainy things, but in between each of them, in the valleys, are all lakes.
Oh, that's cool.
It looks so cool. And, like, you can take these ferry rides or, like, things throughout, and you can, like, bust through the hills, and they've got... Obviously, because it's like Europe, they've got all these castles and crap, and there are castles all over inside in the Lake District.
Wow.
And it's so nice. It's very, very beautiful, and that's probably the most interesting place. Got some nice pictures from that trip. We only spent like I think a day or two. Like we drove out there one day, stayed at a bed and breakfast in the Lake District, and then drove out the next. But it was pretty fantastic.
Dude, I forgot that you went to England.
Oh yeah,
Completely forgot.
I've been everywhere.
I said exotic because that's what I remembered from mine was I've been to Hawaii. And Hawaii is so great. It's so pretty. Oh my god,
You
so
almost
sweet.
fall all the way off.
Anyway, Hawaii is freaking amazing and beautiful and I loved it. I was only like what age were you when you went to England?
Probably. Oh geez, how old was I? I think as
You
maybe
weren't a
like
kid.
No, I was I think a junior in high school.
Okay. Well, I went to Hawaii when I was like 8.
Oh, okay.
And even as like a kid, I was like, this place is so much prettier than anywhere I know.
Yeah.
Like, it was like I've never been a really into nature kind of kid, but like, I saw like I remember like seeing all the flora there and just being like, this is so pretty.
Oh yeah. Very unlike the
The dandelions
Yeah.
of
like the pine forests of Michigan.
yeah, coniferous forests.
I mean, pine forests are very nice looking, but if it's like what you see all the time,
Yeah, and
like that's not exotic at all. It's super boring eventually.
Guarantee that's how people who live in Hawaii are like, yeah, this is normal. I mean,
Yeah.
it's for everybody. But anyway, I wanted to say like, it's such a great place because it's so pretty and like, there's beaches obviously everywhere because it's all island.
Yeah.
And man, if you could honeymoon in Hawaii, do it because it's so great.
I've actually... Okay, so I have been far west. I've lived on the Pacific coast, although I was a tiny child. So, excluding, like, when I was ages 1 and 2, I haven't gone further west than one trip to New Mexico. I've never been to, like,
Really?
the West Coast or Hawaii or anything like that.
I mean, that was the farthest I had been.
Yeah. But, like, I have absolutely no experience there, although it'd be so cool. I totally want to go to, like, California or something like that.
That would be cool. Get to see all the stuff and the people.
Yeah. But no, I am, excluding, like, my out-of-country trips, I live a horribly Midwestern life. Like, I've never been to New York. I've been to Chicago, but that's, like, That's very Midwestern.
Oh man.
I've never been to Philadelphia. I've never been to, like, I don't know, Pittsburgh or anything like that. I don't know. None of the big, like, Eastern Seaboard. I've been to Atlanta, period. And I guess DC in, like, high school. But like, so many people go to DC for high school trips.
Dude, two things. I think Seattle would be a really cool place to go to.
Oh, yeah. All
And
the hipsters. Sure.
I would I would love to go to New York just because I've always wanted to go to the 9/11 museum because it was such a tragedy, but I don't know,
Yeah.
it's just interesting to me and beautifully sad.
Mm-hmm. Isn't there a museum kind of like that in DC?
I never went to DC.
No?
This is this happened to me all the time as a kid because I never went to we're doing the Daredevil comic. This is the really hard one. Anyway, I never went on our school had a DC trip for like 8th grade every year. And I was one out of so our whole class had about 80 kids. I was one out of 5 that didn't go, so all the time people were like, "Oh man, don't you remember this thing happening on the DC trip? Oh, don't you remember this thing happening on the DC trip?" And I every time had to be like, "No, I didn't go."
And people are talking about it for years. All of high school, it gets referenced.
It still gets referenced
Yeah.
all the time, and I have to keep going. No,
No, don't remember that.
I didn't go. I remember this one kid supposedly on the DC trip. They were in pretty decent hotels, and he threw a bottle of soap out the window, and it landed on the owner of the hotel's car.
I knew this exact story as soon as you said it. As soon as you started it, and I didn't even we are a year apart, so I didn't even go on this trip, and I know this story.
Dude, the kid who did it was a champ.
Oh yeah.
He was such a funny kid. I don't talk to him anymore, so I don't know how he's doing, but hopefully he's still as goofy as he was.
But yeah, no, you didn't get to experience that firsthand.
No,
But
I would love to.
it's something you should do. Eventually, one day, we gotta go. We just road trip out there.
I've heard amazing things about the Holocaust Museum. Another sad thing that, I shouldn't really be like, oh man, I really want to go to that, but I've heard it is really hauntingly amazing.
I went to one of the Holocaust museums, the Holocaust Museum, in France, and that was a very special experience.
I've heard no one talks at all.
Oh no,
It's
it
just
was very quiet.
very, very silent.
There's a pretty cool, I guess, part to it where, I don't know, I can't actually remember which museum this is at, but there's a Holocaust museum, and they've got a bridge in the entryway, and it goes over a field of poppies, I think.
I just want to say, I beat that in one try.
That was impressive background play right there.
So yeah, if I try focusing less, I do better. Anyway, field of poppies.
Oh yeah, but no, it's or maybe it's World War One. Never mind. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
What's the field of poppies represent?
But no, it represents something I don't know, 1,000 or 5,000 people killed in the war, and it's just this whole entire entryway, this big room, and it's a bridge over it, and it's just all these little poppies on the ground that you walk over 10 feet over.
Wow, that's crazy.
So TLDL, war sucks.
War does suck. I think I'll try the Bowser one right now.
Bowser. Bowser Wowzer.
It's hard switching from really sad things to making fun of Bowser's name, but
Oh, man.
I've also wanted to go to the Air and Space Museum.
That is very cool. Air and Space Museum, Natural History Museum, all like in the same spot. They're very nice. Although we did a speed run of the Air and Space Museum, so we didn't get a lot of time in it. But that's one that you can spend a whole day at. We spent like an hour and a half.
No,
it was
terrible.
so bad. But that's because we spent longer at other museums.
True,
but it's kind of like what you get into when you take a school trip that's only a few days long.
Yeah, you're right.
You gotta make sacrifices.
Okay.
Nailed it.
I think they put that there because they knew I'd mess up.
They knew you'd miss.
Yeah, here, freaking dumpsters. Oh, he would be dead. I needed that.
Those dumpsters aren't doing a lot.
Yeah, no, they're not. Because they're trash. I missed. Oh, save myself. Alright, you know what? I think I'm gonna feed this dude and continue later.
A good stopping point.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
Wiggles and all Captain Toad and Chilton. Alright. Let's do this next time.
Sup, Toad? Let's chill here. Alright. It's been fun talking. Watching him beat it in one try.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Alright, see you later.
See ya.
What?
Was?
You can shake the nunchuck. It spins him. I thought you had to do this. Wow.